Okay, today I'm going to do a video, a perch fishing video, and it's going to be on the Ned rig. Most of you who know me and my kind of fishing, it's not really something that I would do, but I do have it in my bag because some days fish are a little bit finicky, and you've got to try different methods to catch them. What I thought I'd do is just show you pretty much what they are. So, from Zeeman, which, if you didn't know, you can get them from Low Lounge. A lot of lads have been doing really well on these. And what you get is like a little soft, like stumpy worm thing. Zeeman plastic is really stretchy, if you didn't know that already. But what this stuff is, it's really weird stuff. It's not like the normal soft plastics. What you've got, it's like a buoyant soft plastic. So you put it on a jig head, and basically what it'll do is sit in the water like that. So it's a simple one. Measured it up first. Try and focus on my hand. Measured it up first, so you've got a rough idea where it goes. They're a little bit harder to hook of these Zeeman lows, just because the rubber's really tough, so it's really stretchy, so you sometimes have to mess about a little bit just to get it right. Near enough. Fish. And that's it. And like I say, in the water, that jig head's going to sink to the bottom, and it's just going to sit like that on the bottom. So there's a few ways you can retrieve it. Standard retrieve. If you just do a straight retrieve, it's just going to go nice and steady across like that. That might move a little bit. I'm not sure it's got massive movement in it. You give it little switches, so it's going to up, let it sink back down, and twitch it again, up and back down. And when you leave it down, you can leave it for 1 second, 10 seconds. It's totally up to you. You've got to find out what's going to work on the day. Or the other method, I think, is just basically leave it down there and just shuffle it across the bottom, just tiny switches. Just got to find out what works for them. So what we'll do is we'll get fishing. We'll see what happens. This is where I blank on camera. So bag's okay. I have got a wire trace. As you know, I always use a wire trace. You could go fluorocarbon. What I'd probably suggest is just knock down your barb on your hook a little bit, just in case you do catch a pike and get bitten off. Fluorocarbon's not pike proof, so I will catch a pike on it. I have caught a pike on these, by the way. In fact, the first fish I caught on one of these was a pike. So we're aiming for perch today. So under a bridge, it's pretty much midday, so I thought we'll go for shade. That'll be my tactic. So a little pass through, and we'll just twitch it through like any other lure, to be honest. Oh shit, I just missed a fish straight away. So my feeder there is just twitch it through like any lure, just to see if there's any fish, and straight away I got a touch, so there is fish here. So I'll cast a little bit further. Again, I'm going to just bring it through like let it sink a little bit. Sink to the bottom. It's deep here. And then just bring it through like a lure. I'm just gonna move it, see if there's anything on the chase. You could use a shad for this. And again, fish. So I've had 2 bumps there and missed the fish, so I need to possibly slow it down a bit. I'm guessing they're only small fish, but a small fish still will get that in its mouth. So I'll have a try it steadily. We're just twitching it on the bottom. See if that gives them a chance. You want to tighten up your line so you can feel something. Just slowly twitch it along the bottom. At the moment, I'm just lifting it off the bottom. I'm not lifting it high off the bottom, just a tiny bit. That's a snag. I love bridges. problem with bridges. It's probably an old motorbike or something. So, let's try again. Yeah, fishy, fishy. Oh. Nice fish. Finally. So there you can see, really small fish, but still engulfs that massive lure. You forced it inside. And what I've got is I've got my landing net just in the water at the side. My favourite areas. Hopefully there's a shoal of perch, and by throwing them back straight in the same spot, I'm going to spook the shoal. So hopefully I can keep catching this way. So cast like a numpty. So they're actually right below my feet. So is that snag. So just be careful. Come on, Paul. Oh, pick it up. The shoal consisted of one perch. Oops. That's typical. I just brought it up in the water, and I'm not kidding, there must have been about 7 perch. That's the smallest. Come on camera, that's the smallest, and they were one about a pound easy. So we might find that Ned's not actually the method for today. it's not actually the method for today. It might just be on the chase, but so we're a little higher up in the water, so I'll keep away from that snag. And slowly twitch it, and it's like a lift it up and drop it back down. Where's that bigger one? It is quite dark and dingy, but I can still see it. Oh, I can still see that low. About 2 foot down. Oh. Here, perchy, perchy. If you say that, it means it makes you catch more fish. Here, perchy, perchy, perchy. That's that big one. There we go. Yes, fish. You can see them following. They're only about 3 foot down. Again, one of the smaller fish that takes. But you're happy with these. I mean, just how quick is that sport there? But the actual slow method on the floor has not really worked. It caught one fish. It's actually chasing, so as you lift these up, the proper just make it lift and glide back down, up and back down again like that. I need to sort my load out because it's a bit messed up. That's better. No editing. That's just, woo. Apart from when I got snagged, it's just live fishing, turned up, started catching. I'm looking at the fishery here, it's a bridge spot, but I'm fishing a bridge spot because, like I said, it's midday, it's sun's out. I'm hoping that under this bridge there's a few fish. Now we're actually asked to do this video by a chap called John Mayer, and he's got a channel. It's called Drop Shotting and Jig Fishing for Perch. He does his own, he's got his Facebook and everything, he does his own little bits. So check him out, he loves to do a lot of this, more of this kind of sort of stuff. As you know, I'm a bit more of a rough and ready piker, but there's a time and place, and at the end of the day I want to catch some fish, and it's not really piking weather, still not winter yet. There you go. Oh, I lost it! A bit of a different action to a shad. A shad's got a paddle tail, or a curly tail, whatever, but shad's with a paddle tail. This is just a stick. So it sort of flips, it's really quick, it goes up and down really fast when you're jigging it. This bit of that bigger one didn't take. Really nice fish. I'm hoping that I'm not pulling too many faces while I'm doing this. A concentration face. In fact, it's quite good because I'm quite darked out, so. I caught those fish pretty close. I'm now doing a few more searching casts. I've obviously moved. See if I can find some. So there's a shoal a little bit further out, I just had one and lost it. Yes, oh, tiny. That was tiny. About as long as below. Another searching cast. Yep. Come here, Perch. They are really bonny fish, these. Bright red fins. As you can see, that bright red fins. That's just ace. What you find with perch? What you find with perch, when we're in shoals like that and they're feeding, they're quite, well, they are really aggressive. You'll see when I've chased you, they're really aggressive. So when I'll capture them here straight away, they've actually moved off and they're just moving about, so you've just got to find them. Sometimes they'll stay tightly shoaled up into one spot. Other times you've just got to find them and move about a lot, and there's a lot of activity. There's other fish being scattered about. So there's obviously perch are actually on the feed at the moment. So. Oh, get off. Now I think some of them are a little bit small to get that full one in its mouth, so. Might try something different. As you know me, I like to catch wasps, so I don't like losing them fish. It's all good practice for when live baiting. See some kicks. So I'll just try. These are demon lows again. These little curly tail grubs. Little grubs are called. Demon grubs. Little curly tail. Simple though. Any curly tail grub works. Difference with these ones is they've got a long stretcher, so when you get them battered by perch, this is just great, they just go back, so you just get battered by perch. So we'll try. We've missed a few fish, so I know we're doing a Ned rig video, but we're doing a low fishing video, so we'll just try something else. There's no point constantly missing fish. Like I said, there is a perch that's bigger. I did see one that was easily a pound. A lot of them are quite small. I'm not getting a full mouthful, I'm missing the hook. The big greedy ones, they'll swallow those Zeemans in no time. Yep. Oh, come on, Paul. So look, ace in water. Really, I've got a, I don't know what jig head it is. It's a random jig head. It's really light, even though it's quite a big size. I think it's not made from lead. It's made from chuffing plastic or something. But anyway, because it's light, it means I can work it really, really shallow. So I've only got, it's only going like 2 or 3 foot down, and that's where they are at the moment. And it allows me to do a real slow retrieve, so hopefully my rod should get smacked this time and I'll catch it. Turn the rod handle, sorry, turn the reel handle once, let it sink, try and keep it steady pace, give them a chance to get it, speed it up sometimes. Sometimes the chase is what gets them going. Oh, come on, what's up here? Sharp. Just crap. My God, what am I doing? Oh, I'm tangled as well. Just not good at this wasp fishing, am I? Maybe I should. These perch must be the tiniest perch ever. Because if I can't get that in the mouth. Got a rod tip. It's actually got it. I mean, this is ridiculous. Fish! That's it, try and break your rod. Perch, perchy. Rod in view. So basically, don't do anything. Twitch it a bit. moved. They're not there. Right, so that one really successful. Got a couple of fish. To be honest, I think that jig gets crap. Let's try. Let's go for the greedy perch. Let's see if there's any bigger perch in here. I'll use that one. So I can catch that bigger one. Or any bigger ones. Because I did see one. Does anybody else talk to themselves while they're fishing? I think you can't not talk to yourself when you're fishing. Especially if it's just, even if it's just to curse at yourself for missing. Like that. Ooh, that were a nice perch. They're chasing, but not quite, we're just nipping at tails. Bigger ones are not quite switched on. There again, you can see. I can see I've got my white shad on it. It's just getting bashed about like that, but it's not actually getting grabbed properly. My battery's flashing. What are you doing? Again? Perch that big. Right. My battery's on its way out, so I'll just switch really quickly. Right, so we're back. I'm going to go back a bit smaller again with a shad. This time I've got a Zeeman, what's it called? Slim Swims. Zeeman like to put Z's on the end of everything. I think it's like a cool thing. Anyway, it's got a better jig head than before, TT headlock. It's a little small paddle tail. More natural colour this one. So hopefully that'll make them bite. what I did that time. Cast it out and just let it sink there as he took it on the drop. Really, they were quite high up in the water, so maybe they're a little bit low down this time. So again. Oh my god, 30 minutes worth of GoPro footage to sift through. Fish! Oh, come on. Can't even say it. Going back to that fish just before that one, the one that took it on the drop. There's a little tip for you. When you cast a lure out, especially like a jig head, a soft shad, you cast it out. You've got two options, and it's up to you what you do. Now, if I want to fish that far bank, the far bank's a flat bank. If I cast in a far bank, if I keep my line tight, the lure is going to what it's going to do is going to pendulum towards you, so it's going to come in on a curved arc towards you. So you're not actually fishing the far corner of the drop off. Right. So one option is to cast it out and let it sink, and then retrieve it. But what you saw with that fish just then, the one before, I actually had a tight line, so I'm doing a pendulum, and the lure's coming in a pendulum. That'll get your swimming action going, but what it'll also do is, it means you're straight in contact with your lure. If you do that where you let it drop at the far bank, if you get a take, you might not feel it because you've got slack line at that point. So it's up to you what you do. You've got to figure out which is best. And on that occasion, I might have missed that bite if I had slack line. So have a little think about how you want to approach it. You can keep tight line and let go, and just try and keep in contact with it as it drops. Keep grabbing it and letting and keeping hold of it. But it's fishy all over here. Oh my word. Steady. That's a lively fish. Apart from being dropped on concrete, which is not good, that's it. Oh my word. This is live filming, things go wrong. That's a stunner. Another bright fish. Looks like my net's attracted them all. Oh, come on. Drop again. Come off, let go. I've always fancied myself as a competition angler. I think I might make it as a pro staff. I could be a pro staff for somebody. I don't know who. Pro staff for Aldi. Oh. Smash my low. Just put that hook in that lure again. It's a little bit wrong, to be honest. I think that's why I'm missing. If you look, come on, camera. What you want is my jig head's at the bottom of the lure. It wants to be near the top, and that's probably why I've missed a few fish. So we'll try that again. And hopefully. They're a bit difficult, these Zeeman lures. You just persevere, and if you can tell, that's just a little bit higher as that, and that's how your lure should be sitting. Sorry, that's how your hook should be sitting above any jig head. Hopefully you can see it. Camera work's not easy when you're filming yourself. And have it higher up, so hopefully that should result in more fish and less missed fish. It looks like the shoal's down here anyway, so. Yep, fish. Shoal's down there. Nice fish. Come on, pal, what are you doing? And these are stunners. Whoa. Little angry one. Wow. Right, my 2p worth. Lip grip. Makes you look a dick. Fine on small fish. That's supported. I'm not ragging its lip to bits. But surely you can't tell me a big fish hung from the lip is right. But that's just my opinion. Up to you if you do it. But I might call you a dick. You can't tell me a 3 pound perch unbite lip is right. Same with pike. Lifting big pike up, it's just not right. Anyway, on with the competition. I'm currently leading. This competition that I've just invented for myself today, it's a Riverpiker canal competition. And I've been in first. Oh, take it. Oh, no, not you! For a perch about £1, and of course the tiny one came and took it first. There we are, there are loads. There is absolutely loads of perch here now. And you're not taking. Again, there were a perch that sort of size. Little one grabbed it and scared it off. What I'm doing a Ned rig video. Loads of lows, they all work. Ned rig's another example of, you can see, of getting them to work. Another technique. In fact, let's put a bigger Ned on now. See if it makes a difference. I know there's a lot of fish further on, so I'll chuck this one in there, I haven't seen it down there. See if we can get a greedy one to come and take it. It's greedy. Size of it feels alright. Yes, it's fish. Let me just put the camera there because I'm fishing. There we go. There's a big fish. Switched that around again, my hook wasn't protruding enough, so I don't want to lose a fish. Better fish. Oh, this is a perch. Oh, it's a stick. My God. I really need to cut that bit out. That is not a fish. That is not a fish. That is not a big perch. You didn't see that. You didn't see that. You didn't see that. Never happened. That's a nice fish. That's an angry nice fish. So that's the biggest fish so far. That is an absolute stunner. Oh, apart from mangled fin, it looked fantastic until mangled fin came out. I guess he's had a run in with a pike. Well, the big one's right down there. Not sure. Oh, I think that was a snag actually. Yes, it was a snag. I'm experienced in catching snags, as I've seen. But if you notice there, get off. But if you notice there that I'm doing like a bit of a sink and draw kind of method, lift it up, drop it back down. Lift it up, you can do small switches, or you can do quite large ones, you know, a couple of foot sort of twitch. But if you do the large ones, make sure on its way down you're just taking up that slack line with your reel. You need to keep in contact with it, because if not you'll miss those bites. That bite was a tiny touch. Can't see, I've been splashed. That bite was just a tiny touch, so if you're not in contact you won't feel that. So it's going down, let it sink and it's under its own tight, twitch it and just turn the reel, twitch it, turn the reel and just follow it in with your rod's keeping the tension. Like I say, it's not really, well, like I've shown, it's not really there for twitching it and letting it sink on the bottom and then stand upright. That's not really working. Maybe come cold days and things like that, when the perch are not really on it, but you get it in the faces. At the moment they wanted to chase things, so might have caught them all. Let's try back up here. The problem with these kind of methods, if I'd have come to this bridge and there were no perch here, I'm doing all this and I'm not going to catch anything. So that's why you'll see in some of my other videos, how to low fish a canal, for example. I'm mobile, I'm trying to find the fish. Although I didn't do it in those videos, when you find a fish, that's when you can mess about changing tactics. If you do find a shoaler fish, by using your little ripilers or your soft shads and casting and moving, that's when you've got all these in your bag and you can actually go, right, now I'm going to stick on this spot and try and catch a few fish. But if you come to this bridge and there's no fish here, I'm lucky. I had an idea of doing this video, but if there's no fish here, this video is about 2 minutes long and I'm going home. But it's actually about an hour's worth of video, and I think I'll just use it all. So if you've sat through this all, you've seen this is me fishing. I'm no superstar. Don't think this is for spectacular fishing. That there's only oh god, Riverpiker's fantastic. There's only him that can do that. And same when you see these superstar anglers that's catching loads. 1 second. There's nothing spectacular about this fishing that I'm doing differently to what any Joe blogs can do. It's just I found a bridge that's got a load of perch in it. And okay, yeah, I've talked you through a few things. You've seen me swapping and changing and trying different things, and I'm finding them. But you all can do that. So if you're not catching fish, you're not getting bumps, then you're not on them. So don't stand at that lock gate, which I see you're all doing. Don't stand on that bridge, which I see you're all doing. If they're not actually there, you need to find them. They're actually here today, so I'm lucky. Nice fish. Nice fish. Well, I'll tell you one thing, I've not caught any monsters, but these are really, really pretty fish. I don't know if you can get the colour on that. Really, really pretty fish. And I will say this, the Ned Riggs pulled the bigger fish out. And again, that's just twitching it through the swim, up and down, lifting it, dropping it, keeping in contact. And even though you look at it and go, it looks like a turd. It is called a TRD, but people do call it a turd because it looks like a turd. It does actually have quite a good movement because it flips up and goes back down really quick, and it's something different to a shads. Oh, you take it. Take it. Please. That's a 2. That was a 2. Oh, never. There's fish here. There's fish here. I've been fishing all that time. I've seen a fish about a pound, and that one was a definite 2-pounder. It looked big in water, but it looked a big fish. And it just, again, there's not a lot you can do. It ghosted up and followed the low and just went back down. Do you speed it up? Do you slow it down? What do you do? Fine line between catching a fish and looking a superstar. Hey, Perch, where are you? Shows you. Can you even see my face? Not that you want to see my face, but can you even see me? That was somebody striking because I thought it was a 2-pound perch. big fish to be had from here if I can just tempt it somehow. Bit of fish. Well, it's not the 2, but that is a bit of fish. That's a pounder, that's a chunky fish, that is gorgeous. That is a proper perch. I don't know if you noticed there, I was doing really big 3-foot twitches and let it drop down to the bottom. As soon as it hit the bottom, twitched it back up again and back down. That is an absolute belter. I'm really happy with that. I'm really happy with that. Put your fin up. Put your fin up for me. Go on. It's not going to do it, is it? There you go. And you've seen how many perch I've just had. And if you get one or two of them thrown in, that's what it's all about. And that's low fishing. A look at the Ned rig. Cheers John for the idea. I've been going to do it for a while but I never got round to doing it, but cheers for the idea. And that's an absolute stunner. Give it a look at how the perch are in. That's live fishing. That's YouTube. Start again because my camera cuts out after 30 minutes. So that must mean I've done an hour's worth of filming. And that is not a bad bit of sport by anyone's standards. That's the end of my video. 1 second. But it's not the end of my fishing, because I have got set my alarm on my phone. Got another 50 minutes fishing, so I'm going to stick at it, see if I can get anything else, and if I do, that might be part 2. So yeah, cheers for watching. A long video. You can see there, it's pretty much all I've done is any bits that I've edited out. That's 2 recordings. My camera films for 30 minutes, so that's 2 recordings, and all I've done is just cut out tiny bits in between. I've not done anything else because it's boring watching me just put a new trace on and things like that after I got snagged. But that's just live fishing, and like I say, things to remember. I was actually on some fish. That helps you when you're in the right spot, but all those different chopping and changing is how you catch fish. So keep at it, find them. Biggest tip ever, I say it in virtually every video, find a fish.